What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Monday Night Football Show on Sports Zone Chicago. We got the Indianapolis Colts moving right now. They're trying to get into field goal range for Rodrigo Blankenship. His career long is 53 yards, but there's some other big news in the NFL as well. This game's, like I said, let me stick with this game because we're going to have Jason Palmer coming on later on in the post game talking about the resignation of one John Gruden after the controversial comments with the racial undertones. We kind of all thought it was inevitable. We just didn't know what the punishment was going to be. I think it was, from what I'm reading and from what they're saying, it was more of a mutual parting. It sounds like, but in my opinion, it sounds like Mark Davis just couldn't handle what the backlash was going to be. And he decided to tell John it's time to pack it up and we're going to go a different route. And I mean, it was. I'm going to save it for Jason. Jason's going to have a lot to talk about it. Like I said, for me, it's a little bit. It's a little shocking. I didn't think he was going to get just walk away right now in the middle of the season. I expected them to part ways. Maybe after the season, if the season got out of hand, possibly part ways. But John Gruden resigns from the Las Vegas Raiders after a second stint with the team due to controversial emails, and they dug him. 10-year-old email, like it's a slippery slope. Like I said, we're gonna have Jason on. Rodrigo up is a false start or as an encroachment, and it looks like it's going to benefit the Indianapolis Colts there because Rodrigo Blankenship misses the field goal. And as of right now, it's 7-3 with the Colts missing the field goal, but there was a offsides by the defense. There's going to be another attempt with 0 time on the clock for the special teams unit of the Indianapolis Colts. It's 7-3 right now. Like I said, John Gruden resigns. That's the big news that's pretty much just taking up the Monday night slot. It's the biggest thing. I don't know if. I don't know if I were him, I would have resigned. I think I would have he apologized a ton of times, but I think there was more emails they said that came out. I think there was emails that they were homophobic. I think there was emails that were, I guess, even had more, racism in there. I don't know what those emails are. We got to show those emails. Let us see those emails. And honestly, let the field goal is good. So the Colts do benefit from that offsides of the Baltimore Ravens. And let's go back. Let's just go back to that game. Right now, Baltimore's getting out Baltimore. I feel like by the Colts. I feel Carson Wentz is having a good game right now. He is 14-21, 189 yards and a touchdown. And that touchdown, I spoke about big plays in the pregame. And I was expecting big plays late from the Baltimore Ravens, but it was the Indianapolis Colts hitting Wentz hitting Taylor for a 76-yard pass, I believe, for the first score. Right out the gates, the Colts hit big. The Ravens caught flat-footed, and it doesn't seem like they've been able to get their feet back under them on offense or on defense. The Colts, at the end of that the first half, and majority of the first 2 quarters, they were able to move the ball with relative ease. Only 10 points to show for it, but they're finding success, and they're doing it by a good mix of running pass. Carson Wentz, like I said, is finding some real good success. 14-21, 3 carries for Nyheim Hines and Marlon Mack apiece. Jonathan Taylor with 5. It's a good mix, but Jonathan Taylor, like I said, with that big touchdown pass is pretty much the difference in this game. A big play early for the Indianapolis Colts. And Baltimore needs to go ahead. And they mentioned it in the broadcast. I like the way Lamar is working, right? He hit on his last 6. He's 8 of 11, 100 yards so far. The ground game has been somewhat stifled. Obviously, guess who's leading the way for the Baltimore Ravens? It's Lamar Jackson. Lamar does it all. 6 carries, 30 yards on top of his 107 yards passing, 8 of 11. The leading receiver, Mark Andrews, 4 for 52. Sammy Watkins behind him with 35 yards on 2 catches. You need to get something. You need to get something going with the run game. Lamar was successful in that last drive. You need to be able to hit Hollywood Brown in the end zone for that touchdown. It's crucial. This game is going to be tight throughout, and the reason I say that they're going to have to figure it out, and they're going to have to figure it out quick, is you weren't really expecting that big play from Jonathan Taylor. Right out of the gate, you weren't expecting to give up a 76-yard touchdown pass, to a running back right out of the gate. Like that's something that doesn't get, that you're not expecting. You have to obviously prepare for. You know that they have a trio of running backs that can do a plethora of things for them, but you don't really expect to get caught flat-footed like that, and they did. So I expect the Baltimore Ravens to come out of the gates, in this third quarter, come out of the gates trying to go downfield. Lamar's going to have to beat them with his arm. Obviously, his scrambling ability is just second to none, in my opinion. Like I said, 6 carries for 30 yards, but he's going to have to get it done through the air, because if they're going to bottle up everybody else, Latavius Murray is the second leading rusher, 4 carries, 9 yards. Devonta Freeman, 1 for 1. Tyson Williams, 2 carries, 1 yard as well. And if they're bottling up the rest of your running backs, you don't have a Dobbins. It's going to be Lamar. Like it's some Lamar Jackson show, and he's going to have to get it done through the air as opposed to on the ground, where I think they're going to eventually end up, getting clean shots on him. You can't just run around all game. You're going to have to get him a clean pocket. You're going to have to find a way to protect him. But I feel like if Baltimore could come out of the, respond right here with a touchdown, I could see them taking some momentum and really coming after Carson Wentz and trying to disrupt his timing and his rhythm. Because right now he's not bad. He's missed 7 passes, but it's been a consistent game for Carson Wentz. He hasn't made terrible throws. He's just kind of taking what the defense is giving him. And, honestly, that big play, if he doesn't have that big play, he's about even with Lamar. You know what I mean? Like they're about having the same type of a night. But it happened. They got 7 on the board. The Baltimore Ravens don't. And I like the way the Colts responded. I like the way the Colts came out of the gates. I really do. They had an attitude to them. They looked a little tougher on the offensive line than the Ravens. I know the Ravens just took a huge loss with one of their offensive linemen going down, and he will not return to the game. But the Colts have a good game plan right now. I like it. Let's see if the Baltimore defense can step up, and let's see if Lamar Jackson can respond, because I like the way Lamar is looking tonight. He doesn't look overmatched in the passing game, but they need to find more. He needs to be able to hit it. Like when it's just you on offense, you need to be the superstar. Like he needs to hit it. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on him, but he needs to hit Hollywood Brown in the end zone, because you don't have playmakers. You need to make sure you get those touchdowns and don't leave touchdowns on the field. And nobody was harder on themselves than Lamar Jackson. You saw how animated he was on the field and on the sidelines as he was talking to his coaches. He knew he left points on the field, and he knew in a game like this where you got a tough opponent, they're ready to play. Their front's ready to play. Their defense is ready to play. We got a matchup of 2 top 10 defenses here, and you got to give credit. And Lamar knows he needs to be able to pick up touchdowns and not field goals if he's going to want to win tight games like this. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to the action. We'll talk with Jason Palmer in the post game about the resignation of John Gruden from the Las Vegas Raiders tonight. All right, we'll see you guys in the post. Peace. What's up, baby? Say hi.